Oh snap. Triple E Elvis clocking in, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Triple E Elvis 777. I'm going to tell a story about how I snitched. I guess you can call it snitching. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the hood mentality. But I was working the other day, and then I stopped at a red light, and I see two homeless people fighting. And I see like one homeless dude, he's like got his hands up like this, and he's pretty much looked like he was fighting for his life, and I didn't know what was going on. And then I see the other homeless dude back his hand out, and he's got a knife in his hand. He's like stabbing this dude in the middle of the street. So I'm like looking like left and right at the red light, and I'm like, I guess I should call somebody. So I called the cops. I go into Walmart not thinking nothing of it. Come back out, and the cops weren't there. And the two guys are sitting next to each other like nothing happened. The one dude's got blood all over him. And I was like, that is so crazy. Like, I think he should pick some new friends, because I wouldn't be hanging out with that guy. But technically that's snitching, right? Hood mentality is a joke, to be honest. Those guys telling each other anyway. The hood mentality has never built a civilization. The hood is never, like the Bloods or the Crips has never built, you know, not even those specific gangs, but in general, gang life has never built a country, you know. They never had a principle, they never had a government, they never had a foundation. So to act like, you know, it's cool or whatever, just to pretty much throw your life away, it's not cool. And a lot of those guys like play the monster, play that they're scary. Scary people are like Chris Kyle. I don't know if you know who Chris Kyle is, or David Goggins, or maybe even like what's the other Navy SEAL's name? We got Jocko. There's a Tim Kennedy, Special Ranger, Army Special Ranger. There's a lot more scary people out there than the gang mentality. And also, nobody would want to live in a society where it's just you do something to me, I do something to you. You can't build nothing for a future for you know, children or anything like that. So the gang mentality, it's never built anything. It's never made a society where people want to live in. It's just caused actually a lot of pain, and that's just the truth. That's why it's never been appealing to me. But I understand that people need like a family and brotherhood, so I think that's why a lot of times they do that. It's crazy to me. But yeah, I apparently snitched, so I'm a snitch, guys. Doesn't mean anything to me. It really doesn't. I pay taxes. You pay taxes, you can do whatever you want. Like, I don't got that much pride. People that think like that got too much pride. And it doesn't work out for them. They go through a lot of struggles and pain on their own because they choose a certain lifestyle that is really harder. It's not the easy way out, I'll tell you that. Let me see. Yeah, man, people like Chris Kyle will sleep in the bushes, and like, you want to talk about scary. Chris Kyle's got like 600 kills or something like that. There's like people out there that, like the tough people out there, the hood people out there, that you know, they try to scare you or whatever. They try to like, oh, I'm violent, so I'm like Mr. I get whatever I want. It's crazy talk, man. The U.S. government has built one of the nastiest fighting forces in the world. You got Navy SEALs that will stay up for like 48 hours just to watch you, just so they can kill you while you're sleeping or something, dude. There's people that live for dangerous things, and then they don't even get recognition. So they do it just because they want to do it, and they're quiet about it. So a lot of these people are woofing and talking, and it's a false reality. I think social media is bringing us a false reality. Because out here in the real world, everybody gets along. Like, we hear all this BLM and all this crazy stuff going on, and they try to make it seem like, oh, we hate each other. But I mean, I feel like it's the boy who cried wolf, but instead it's like the black who cried racist. Like, that's just facts. But honestly, most of the time, it's a whole bunch of 20-year-old liberal women that are mainly white saying all this crazy stuff on the internet. It's like, in real life, I don't even think they go out in real life and talk to people. It's beautiful out here. Like, everybody gets along. I don't understand. So if you're a white girl on the internet talking like that, how about you go outside and go make some friends? Because I vote Republican, and guess what? I get along with every type, every color. Because in real life, we could disagree with certain things, but we understand that I don't hate you at the end of the day, and you don't hate me at the end of the day because of pigment of our skin. That's very stupid. Very stupid. So it's a joke. But we gotta pick apart the hood mentality, man. Our country was founded on principles and values, and we don't. A lot of people don't even study our history, but a lot of the founding fathers studied like Aristotle and democracy and governments over the government that was at the time. We're the only government in the world at the time that had more than one person elected, where you could choose, like you could vote. It was not a king, it was not a monarchy. It was the people deciding what we want, and we're losing that every day, and it's not good. So I just think that stuff like claiming a block when you could claim a country is so much better, and a country that is majority safe to live in. It depends on your area, and it depends on that mentality. Like if Chicago didn't have a hood mentality, and they were like probably like Philadelphia's mindset, the city of brotherly love, then maybe, you know, a lot of these things weren't, all these evil things wouldn't be going on. Justifying selling drugs and prostitution and violence, it's not gonna get you anywhere. Now you can play that game forever, and then like they say, live by the sword, die by the sword. So you can play that game, but in a functioning society, we don't want that. Nobody wants that. And just because you pay your taxes and you abide by the law doesn't mean you can't get down. There's plenty of people in the military that are scarier than plenty of gang members. That's not to say that there isn't ruthless gang members out there, but it's like, what are you fighting for? At the end of the day, you need to figure out what you're fighting for. But if it's to represent a block, or it's just because you have pride, you should probably swallow your pride and swallow the block, because it's not something that should be glorified. It's really not. It's brought so much pain to people that don't even want to be involved. A lot of mothers have wept over the gang mentality. That's not good. I don't understand what's up with these teenage girls. They're like from 18 to like 27, talking about all these crazy things that they don't even know about. They probably never walked in the hood ever once in their lifetime. They just live on the internet. People live on this social media, I swear to God. I swear to God, man. It's crazy. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's fake. It's not reality. Because out in the real world, there's beautiful things going on. You gotta go outside, people. Sometimes I wish that like EMP would go off and nobody had internet. Actually, I got great advice for y'all. Go to a flea market and see how it used to be. I know there's a flea market in y'all's area somewhere. Go to a flea market. Because that's a whole bunch of people socializing. All different colors, races, from different countries. People from Jordan, people from Pakistan, obviously black, white, Hispanic, selling chickens, Asians, all this crazy stuff, man. And everybody's getting along. You got a dude with a country flag, one of them rebel flags, hanging out with freaking old country folks, man. And then you got all different types. People selling Jordans on the side. It's crazy. And people get along. I think it's crazy to think that the world hates each other. It's not true. That's a lie that social media wants you to think. We don't hate each other out here. We actually have fun out here, and we love each other. But what's bothered our country and our society is glorifying like sleeping with everybody, glorifying violence, glorifying taking your wife, glorifying, you know, just evil in the world. But I mean, that's nothing new. That's been going on since the beginning of time. It's just we see it so much and we think it's funny. We think it's happy. So, and then we wonder why we have problems. We have problems because we don't know how to build a foundation. We don't know how to build a government, and we blame the one that we're in. When this is probably one of the greatest countries in the world, still to this day. And you try to make it seem like, oh, it was just clouded by evil and racism, and that's not true at all. There was a lot of free black men during the time. The painting of the Delaware, there was 2 black men on the painting of the Delaware that were free black men that chose to fight for this government. There's so many counts of white men and black men working together in the beginning of this country that it's insane to think that it was just built on racism. That's just a false narrative. Yeah, maybe the South was kind of messed up, but guess what? The South didn't win. The North won, and now you're calling the people that won evil. That's crazy, man. Think about this stuff. Look it up before you talk. Like, it's bad that Martin Luther King said we should be judged by the content of our character, not the color of our skin. And half the people won't even agree with that anymore. And I agree with that, 100%. That's insane. Also, look at there, that's a perfect example. Civil Rights Act. He pioneered it. It passed. What are we talking about anymore? Like, I wish I could just turn the camera around and show y'all what's going on right now. Everybody's getting along. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna put their privacy out there, but go out in the real world. Go out in the real world and learn how to love somebody rather than love yourself. Learn how to care about other people. CNN and all the media and all that stuff, they do everything for money. Social media does everything for money. You gotta stop living in that fake world, man. Stop living in that fake world. It's nothing that's gonna get you anywhere. And I hope the best for y'all, but life is good on my end regardless. So, and I never had to join a gang to do it. Scariest people in the world are in our military, I promise you that. They've done some incredible things for a beautiful country. But, clocking out, that was a little rant today. Gang life, I snitched, I'm snitched, sorry guys. And, you know, I'm gonna keep on moving. I'm gonna keep trying to work the cogs in this government. So, you guys have a good one. Triple Yelva's out.